Alright, so in this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching how to create the paper cutout effect, which is an effect that looks like this. You kind of get some cool topography features that you could use for various uh, designs. I've used this for magazines. So yeah, let's just get on with the tutorial. First thing you want to do is open up Photoshop, not Illustrator. You want to start off on Photoshop, even though this is an Illustrator effect. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to create a new file. And we're going to go with simple 1920 by 1080 pixels, 300 resolution, RGB color. Let's go with 16-bit white. And yeah, we just create. And the first thing you want to do is you want to make the background layer into convert for smart filters. And then you want to click on this effect here called render clouds. And what it's going to do is it's just going to randomize whatever clouds you want. You could also tap this little icon here. After you do this, you want to add a Gaussian blur. So you're going to go back to filter and you're going to put blur, Gaussian blur. 40 is good. You could try like 30 to 40 will give you a good effect. So, but for this one, I'm going to go 40 and I'm just going to click OK. I'm going to click on image. Okay, it's on image adjustments, posterize, and you want to hit 19 levels. This is how many shapes you want it. Basically how detailed you want this effect to look like. You could go up to 19. I think 19 might be a little too much. I'm probably going to have to go for something more simpler like 14. 14 is pretty good. And then I'll hit OK. Once we've done this, we basically already have prepared a layer. So I'm just going to export this, make it into a JPEG, and just export it into a file. And then we're going to open up Illustrator. We're going to make a new file. Same thing, 1920 by 1080. Let's see if we already have a preset here. Oh yeah, see right here, 1920 by 1080. This is CMYK. We want an RGB. Just keep it the same. And we just click OK. And we're going to go to our downloads here. Let's see, it should be right. This one right here. And then you're going to make sure it's up to size. What you're going to do is you're going to image trace it. But before we do that, we're actually going to go on Adobe color wheel, and we're going to look for basically a color scheme that we want it to be. You could choose any kind of color scheme. I kind of want to go for something like complementary. Okay, so I found one right here. So what I like to do is I just take a screenshot and just paste it on here. So right now we're going to image trace our file. I'm going to embed it just because, I don't know, I'm trying to make that a habit. I'm going to go to my image trace settings. I'm going to select color. And I don't want it to be too detailed because we only have 5 colors to work with here. So we're going to expand. Now that we have this, it's all grouped up together, and that's going to make it harder to work with. So we're going to right click and we're going to ungroup. And now we have all these different shapes to work with here. So let's just click on so let's start off with the lights, and let's select similar objects. So it goes by the color of whatever object you selected, and it's going to select all the ones that match that same color. We're going to group them, and we can actually just color it right now. So let's give it the lightest color, which would be this one. And I also think that this might be, let's see, what did it look like before? Yeah, this actually might be lighter. To keep it simple, let's just also group these. All right, so now that we got all of these, now let's go on to the next color. Select similar, group them, go for the second darkest, so on and so forth. So yeah, we're just going from dark to light. Our darkest color is going to be the brown. And then we could kind of, since we're already coming back down, we could just repeat some colors. Yeah, so we just want to order these, make sure that the lightest is on the top and the darkest is on the bottom. This would be brown, so this would kind of be generally at the bottom. So we could give this like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now what we want to do is this is where the effect comes in. We're just going to go to FX on our appearance panel and stylize drop shadow. Okay, so after messing around with it a lot more, I think I'm gonna go with this one. I'm going to make the color be something that goes with it. So I'll go with this blue as the drop shadow color. And then let's also try and make this a darker blue. So let's raise the saturation up a bit and lower the brightness. So now it kind of like goes with it better. Yeah, that looks better. And then yeah, so that would be how you do the topography effect, paper cutout effect. I use this effect all the time. I used it in one of my other projects where I created a magazine, and it was just a cool design style. What you could end up doing, actually, what I ended up doing was I kind of just got like a letter. You could try like the Ditto font, and then make it pretty big. Kind of make it a mask, so you're going to expand it and make it into a shape. There you go. Now you create a clip group, and now they're all underneath. It kind of makes the sea just look more more interesting than just a solid black color. You could spell out a word if you wanted to. What I also do is add a drop shadow within the sea. So you could do inner glow. You could change it to multiply. Oh, okay, so yeah, there you go. So you want to add it on the actual clip group. So yeah, you do. There you go. That looks pretty good. And then I think the shadow's a bit too harsh, so we could just bump it down to 50. But yeah, there you go. This is basically the paper cutout effect. This is just an idea you could use for it. You could not just do a C. You could do all sorts of shapes. You could even do a logo. But yeah, that was the tutorial on how to create the paper cutout effect, and a very great example on how to use it. Thank you for watching.